What's up, everyone? So guys, in this lesson, which is lesson number 24, we are going to be learning about some modal verbs, all right? Modal verbs are verbs that don't change in their conjugations. This makes them very easy to remember and very useful as well. We're going to be looking at several of them today. These are the ones that are the most commonly used in the English language, so just remember that they're very important, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Now, to start off, we're going to look at can, can't, which is the negative form of can, could and couldn't, okay? And couldn't being could not, and can being cannot. So positive form, negative form, positive form, negative form. Can, can't, could, and couldn't. These are used to express capability or ability. Can translate to, it's like saying to be able to. Okay, I can do this. I am able to do that. Or I am capable of doing X, Y, and Z. Okay, you can do something, and it doesn't change in the conjugation. Could and couldn't are basically, they're in the past tense of can, okay, so we're talking about the past tense now, but we're using the same modal verb can, all right? And they're used to express an ability or an inability of doing something in the past, okay? So if you use could in the beginning of a sentence, then you basically form a question, okay? So also, when you use could in the beginning of a sentence, not only does it make a question, but it kind of heightens the level of respect and courtesy that you give to somebody, because using could is very, very formal, and it's very, very nice. It sounds nice, okay? It sounds nicer than can. The level of respect is higher, all right? So you can use can to express a capability, like in this example. I can sing very well. You are capable of singing very well. You can sing very well, okay? Also, you can use it to ask a question to a friend. Can you do karate? Can you do karate? And remember, you can do it with one friend, or you could say this with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Can you do karate? Can you? All of you? Now, in America, we have a special way of doing this. I'll go ahead and show you. And also, I'm pretty sure they do this in English-speaking Canada. We would say, can you guys? G-U-Y-S. Can you guys do karate? You're talking about multiple people here, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, okay? Can you guys, meaning for boys and for girls, doesn't matter. Can you guys do karate? Right? Okay, so now we're going to talk about the same thing, but we can use the negative form, which is can't, when we are unable to do something. I can't stand it anymore. When you're tired of something and you're very unhappy with how things are at the moment. Like, I can't stand it anymore. This is giving me a headache, you know? Okay, so I can't do it anymore. I can't stand it anymore. I can't take it anymore. These are all different expressions that mean the same thing. And now let's move on to could. Okay, so we can use, basically, we can use could, which is like the nice way of saying things, when we want to talk about a possibility. So not only are we talking about nice things, where the level of respect is heightened when we use this, especially when we ask questions, remember? But we're talking about basically a possibility. Okay, is it possible that ... Okay, I could, meaning it's a possibility that I can finish. I could finish the project today, but I don't want to. I could finish the project today. It's a possibility that I can finish the project today, but I don't want to. You see? All right, so remember, I told you that when we put can in the beginning of a sentence, we can make a question, all right? And we do that so as to come across more polite. You definitely hear this when you go to a restaurant, or when you're at some bureau with customer service, okay? Like when you go to a store and you want to return an item that you bought, okay? Oftentimes the clerk will use could, okay? To be polite to you, okay? So, could you bring me a napkin, please? This is something that you could also ask to a waiter or a waitress at a restaurant. Could you bring me a napkin, please? You can also say, can you bring me a napkin, please? Okay. Sometimes we put couldn't in the beginning, and it turns into almost like, couldn't you bring me a napkin? Okay, but in that case, we wouldn't say please. Couldn't you bring me a napkin? If we have couldn't in the beginning, it's like, what? You were not capable of bringing me a napkin? Okay, there's sort of an irony there. Like, couldn't you bring me a napkin? Don't you have 2 hands and 2 arms? Couldn't you bring me a napkin? All right, let's continue. They couldn't make up their minds, okay? They couldn't make up their minds, meaning they couldn't make a decision, okay? It's an expression that we say in English, to make up one's mind. It's an expression, and it means to decide, to take a decision on something, to make a decision, to make a choice, etc. Okay? And finally, for this one on can, can't, could, and couldn't, we have when she broke her arm, she couldn't play volleyball. Okay, when she broke her arm, she couldn't play volleyball. It wasn't possible. Okay, there is no possibility that she could have played volleyball, okay, because her arm is broken. All right. So guys, that's basically the rules for can, can't, could, and couldn't. Now we have the words may, may not, might, and might not. These are words that are used to express possibility or doubt in English. May is in the present tense and might is in the past tense. Now, for a lot of speakers, may is considered to be used in formal situations or when you want to be very, very respectful and polite and courteous. Okay, you just want to be a nice person. In casual speech, when we're talking with mom or dad or your friends or whoever, most people do not use may or may not. Instead, they opt for might or might not. Okay, and despite might and might not being used in the past tense, Americans and I think a lot of English speakers in general use it as if it were in the present tense. Okay, even though it's technically not. Most people, I would say, use may to ask a question in a polite way, okay? Sort of like how we do it with could, all right? We also do the same thing with may. It has a very high level of respect and politeness, okay? Much more than can. I would say it's can, and then could, and then may, probably in that order. For example, may I come with you, please? May I please come with you? May I come with you, please? Okay, you could also say, could I come with you? Okay, that also is very respectful. Or you could say, can I come with you, please? Okay, but may is like up here, all right? And could is up here, like right here, okay? So, you may come, but you may not bring your friend. We're talking about a possibility, like you may come or you may not come, okay? But certainly you may not bring your friend. Okay, so you can see here that may is right after you, okay, and it behaves a lot like the verb can, okay, the modal verb can. This is also a modal verb, remember. So these are all modal verbs that we're learning today. May, can, could, and then the other ones that we'll learn in a minute or two. Okay guys, I'm going to switch like this. Now, you can also use it to express possibility. I may get there at around midnight. Okay, it's possible that I get there at around 12 a.m. Okay, midnight. You might want to get a new backpack. It looks ripped. So this one's a little bit different. Most people use might to express certitude or improbability. Okay, so it's a little bit different. This is more commonly used than may. Okay, especially Americans. Okay, we use might all the time. You might want to get a new backpack. It looks ripped. Ripped means like, you know, your sleeve is, it rips off. okay? It looks ripped. You can try my escargots if you want, but you might not like them. Okay, so you can try my escargots if you like, but you might not like them. In this case, escargots are those snails that are cooked and they're seasoned, and they're very popular in France apparently. So I'm basically saying that in this example, somebody can try, you know, to take a bite of a few escargots, but it is possible that they might not like them. Okay, you can also say may not like them. Okay, you can try my escargots if you want, but you might not like them. You can try my escargots if you want, but you may not like them. Both sound good. You can try my escargots if you want, but you cannot like them. That does not sound good. You shouldn't do that, because might and may, remember, we're talking about something that it's not certain whether or not you like it, so that's why we're using might and may. Okay, you can try my escargots if you want, but you could not like them. Doesn't work. So you can't use can and you can't use these ones, can and could. Okay, just may not and might not works, but you can't use these. They might not understand English. Okay, so again, we're talking about maybe they don't understand English. It's a possibility. I'm not sure. If you don't like your job, then you might want to find another one. Okay, so there you go. Maybe you will do better finding another job and having a different routine or something. Okay, so again, just make sure you practice these: can, can't, could, couldn't, may not, might, and might not. And now we're going to learn about should and shouldn't, which shouldn't is the short form of should not. Okay, shouldn't. In the previous lesson, we learned about have to and must, which are also modal. Okay, like these ones here. These are also modal: can, can't, may, should, shouldn't. All right, so in many ways, should and shouldn't are very similar to those words must and have to. Okay, they're all very similar because they are modal verbs, and generally we use them when we give advice or an opinion in terms of what we think is right or wrong. Okay, we just give advice or our own ideas on something. Okay, what we think. So let's go ahead and look at examples. I should wear sunblock in the sun. Okay, it's like, I think I should put on sunblock in the sun. It's your opinion. It's what you think. Okay, I should wear sunblock in the sun. I shouldn't run a red light. Okay, it's like saying, I don't think it's a good idea that I run a red light. Meaning, you know, when you're driving a car, you have the light, it's red, yellow, and then green. A red light is when it's red and you pass through. Okay, you run through the red light. We should stop complaining so much. Complaining means, well, we have another word for it. We can say, you should stop moaning so much. You should stop complaining so much. Okay, it's like when you always talk about terrible things or things are just not good enough for you, and you make the mood and the feeling around you and the atmosphere and the environment very negative. Okay, so we should stop complaining so much. It's your idea, it's your opinion, it's your idea. Okay, it's what you think. They shouldn't go to Russia during that time of year. Okay, so you're talking about your what you think, your opinion. They should not go to Russia during that time of year because, why? Because maybe it's winter and it's very cold in Russia in the winter time, right? And then finally we have, he said that I should take her candy, but I know that I shouldn't do that. Okay, so we're talking about something that is right and wrong. Okay, that's why we would use should and shouldn't, because we're talking about something that is right and something that is wrong. Okay, he said I should take her candy, meaning steal. You take something that is not yours, it doesn't belong to you. But I know that I shouldn't do that. Okay, so guys, Very, very easy stuff. Now, just remember that you're going to use should and shouldn't when you're talking about your opinion or you're giving advice to somebody. Okay, what you think is right or wrong or what they should do, just what you think, okay? All right, guys, I think that's basically it for this lesson. I'll definitely see you in the next lesson, and take care. Bye.